Let's join the live stream. I'm so sorry. Hello guys. Hello guys. All right, guys. Are you guys ready? All right. All right. Video is unavailable. All right, guys. Are you guys ready? All right. All right. Video is unavailable. Are we here? Are we here? Okay. All right, guys. We're starting few anytime from now. Okay, so today I'm going to be teaching you how to use Evoto AI, and because we have this notion of that people have that AI will not take our jobs. AI and AI is already here. The earlier you learn how to use AI, the better for you, and AI gives you a way of increasing your productivity. So the reason why we're doing the Visual Shift Africa, so that we can get African creatives to begin to shift in their mindset as regards the use of AI tools to actually improve their work and become better and more efficient creatives. So if you know anybody that is not here now, please just quickly give them a buzz, like on their phone, call them and let them know the live stream has started. I'm sorry that we started late. There was traffic. I didn't know I would beat this kind of traffic in Nairobi. So let's go, guys. Let's go, guys. Let's go, guys. All right. So we're going to start right away because of time. And this video is going to be online, so that anytime you click on the link, you can always rewatch it. Okay. So let's go. So this is Evoto AI, and one thing you should know is that we are going to be giving out free Evoto credit to everybody that is part of this class, so that you can also use Evoto for yourself and experience it firsthand. So I'm going to be going through Evoto, how to use Evoto from start to finish, so that you can learn a lot on how you can improve your workflow. So the first thing is that when you open Evoto, you open the library, and under the library section you have projects. So these are on group projects. You can click on the plus. You can either create project or create group. So I recommend you create project. You create project, you just give it a name. One mistake some people make is that they click on sync with multiple devices. If you do sync with multiple devices, it means that this particular collection you're creating, if you import pictures, the pictures will save to cloud, so that anytime you log into your Evoto account with any device in any country in the world, you will have access to the pictures. So sync with multiple devices means that Evoto should upload your pictures to the cloud, so you can have access to it anywhere in the world. So, but you don't do that if you do not have cloud storage option in Evoto. All right. So for me, I'll leave that off and just name my project. So I already have a project named class. So, and to import images, you just drag and drop into, so let me show you an example. I'm just going to drag a photo into the screen. You can see the moment I dragged it, it is asking me, should we create a new project or should we import to the current project? So I'm going to leave it at import to current project and click import. Automatically the picture is going to show up. Okay, so let's go on. So now that's how to import images. So after you import images, you can go over to the editing part. But there's also something called smart calling. Smart calling is when you want to select images. Let's say you have 1,000 images. You can actually use Evoto to select the best 500, even the best 20. You can give it rules like remove the ones that are underexposed, remove the ones that are overexposed, remove the ones with closed eyes, and remove the ones that are blur. And Evoto will select, and then remove the ones that are repeated. Evoto is going to select, the remaining pictures for you. Okay, so that's how to do that, but I don't use that much, so we're just going straight to the main part that I use when it comes to Evoto. So I come to edit. Under the edit panel, you're going to see this particular screen. For those of us that know how to use Lightroom, you will already be familiar with the interface. So you see your collection of photographs at the bottom, all the photos that you have imported, and you can always add to the import anytime, any day. Just drag and drop on the screen, you will import like that. Then you have different tools at the side, you have tools at the top bar. So you have this panel, this floating panel at this point. Now this one, you can see the first thing you see is presets, where you can get presets, where you can import presets. The second one is the masking. This is where you can actually mask some certain areas of your picture. You want to mask the forehead, you want to mask the clothes, you can do that here. Then the next one is the history. History will show you all the editing you have ever done on the photograph. Okay, so you can see all of that. You can reset all effects, and if you reset all effects, all right, which I've already done. So if you reset all effects, it will remove all the things you've done. All right, so I don't want to use this side for now. This is the plus if you want to import pictures into this particular collection. The next is search if you're looking for a tool inside Evoto. And there, this is for reset. This is the hand tool if you want to be able to move the picture around. So if you click on the hand tool, you can actually grab the picture and move it around. Then the next one is the liquify tool. This is where you can use to actually move things. So let me show you an example. Let's have this. Let's look for this example. So you can see this top. If I click on the liquify with the forward warp tool, I can just bring the size of my brush down, all right, by pressing the left bracket key, just like the way it is in Photoshop, and I can push this guy in. All right, you can see that. So that's how the liquify works. And then there's poker tool, blue tool, all the other tools, like the way it is in Photoshop, everything is here. So in fact, the best way to describe Evoto is that Evoto is the combination of Photoshop and Lightroom and more tools. So I'll click on OK, and then this is the before, this is the after. You can see we did that using the liquify. The next tool is the spot remover tool, which you can use to clean up anything. So let me show you an example. Let's say, let me look for an example. Look at this image. So you can see this stand on the floor. I'm just going to take this spot in brush tool, and I can just brush over it. And then you can see it just disappears. I can brush over this one. So it's that easy. It's that easy. You just brush and it goes. And you can click on OK. All right. So including, let me reset this picture. So look, this is how this picture was shot. So now look at the eyes. You can see this stain from the makeup. I can just go to this, which is the spotting brush tool, reduce the size, and just gradually brush over this area. And you can see it just keeps, oh, made a mistake. So I'm just gonna keep tapping into this place. So you can see how I've fixed that area from looking like this to looking like this, just using the spotting brush tool. So that's it, spotting brush tool. The next tool is the matte refinement. So I don't use it much, so we just leave that because of time. I don't want this class to be long, so that whoever wants to rewatch the class would be able to rewatch it, and you know, they would not spend so much time. So let's keep everything under 1 hour, and then we can ask questions. So the next thing is the AI lab. Now please note that the AI lab, all right, when you come to the AI lab, you see a lot of tools, and all these tools, they require credits. Now, since we're talking about credits, let me explain how Evoto works. So Evoto makes use of credit, but please note that Evoto is a software that you can use to edit unlimited amount of pictures. But the only thing is that the moment you want to export, each picture you export will be 1 credit. But you can edit the picture on the screen, and then if you use the free tools are the tools that are in this particular color adjustment, all these highlight, contrast. If you do the normal color grading here, those are the free tools. But if you use any of the AI tools like skin refinement and background cleanup, those ones are the premium tools. So if you use the free tools, you can export for free. But if you use the premium tools, which are the tools that involves AI retouching, you are going to pay 1 credit for each export. And Evoto prices are very, very good. They're as low as $1 for 10 pictures. As low as that, $1 for 10 pictures. And that's an amazing deal. And guess what? If you even use my promo code Ncourage when you're buying their subscription, you even get a 20% discount. All right, so let's go on. So if you come to the AI lab, they have different things here, and all these ones, they require their own credit. So I'm going to show you an example of the first one. So let's look at this one. So now look at this particular image of me. When I come to the AI lab and I come to the AI background fusion, this AI background fusion, it's the type that you can use to remove the subject and place the subject on a new background. So I'm going to click on custom. Someone said the volume is down. The volume, is that like I'm really talking so loud? I don't know. Is it true that my volume is very low? Can I get feedback? Is the volume low? Is it very low? Okay, so I'll just keep talking louder. So now this AI fusion background is where you can actually change the background. You can place your subject on any background that you have. You can import your own background, or you can use the one that they already have on their the options here. Look, they already have some options here. If you want to use their options, you can just click on it, and it will process and put you in that background. But I'm not using their background, so I'm going to go to custom. All these are AI backgrounds that I generated myself with ChatGPT. So if you want to learn that, just hang around. The reason for this community is that I want to see how we can actually improve the creativity of African creatives. So it's so unfortunate that we couldn't hold this as a physical class. I already booked my ticket, I already had my visa, I already had my hotel bookings. The only thing that was left is for us to just get a good venue, but unfortunately that did not work out. Since it did not work out, that's why we're doing it as online class. But we'll see how we can continue to see, we'll continue to grow this community and maybe get more people on board and teach more people. So I just want to let you know that you are in the right place and you're going to be learning a lot of things, all right. So let's go on. So any of the backgrounds, so let me just use anyone. Let me use this. So if I have this, I can just, maybe I want the subject to be bigger and I want to place the subject at the middle there. So now you can see for this AI Fusion background, what happens is that when we click on generate, it is going to relight my subject so that the subject will look very realistic, as if it was shot on this background. So I will click on the word generate. You can see right now that there's no shadow between the subject and the floor. So when I click on generate, it's going to charge me 1 credit. But see the result that is going to come out. I've clicked generate. You see that the result will be at the top here, and you see it is writing generating. You can see that. All right, so just wait for a minute or so. It's going to generate and you will see the results. It is mind-blowing. Like, this is something that would literally take you hours in Photoshop to place your subject on a new background, but this, just few clicks, you have your results, and very, very good realistic results. Just watch and see. Okay, the result is out. Look at the results. See, before and before after. Look at the results. Look at how it looks so realistic, as if the person was shot on this background. This is before after. Just with 1 click, I was able to place this subject on the background. Oh, I went to click generate. I don't need it, so I'm going to exit and then go back. So look at our results. And this is where we are coming from. See where we're coming from, and look at our results. You see the difference. You see that from the original result, you can see how the shadow looks, and then look at this. It was able to still maintain the same style and then still looking very, very realistic. All right, so let's move on to other things. So if you go to the AI lab as well, you can see smart remover and people remover. They are both the same thing. All right, so I'm just going to do one. So click on people remover. Oh, I'm not going to do it here. Let me do it on another image. Just hold on. Let me go to another image that requires people remover. So look at this. This was an image I shot. You can see people showing here. That's an easy task that Evoto can do. Just click on AI lab, go to people remover, and then automatically it's detecting the people. So now it's detecting my subject as if it's part of what I want to remove, thinking the building is my subject. So I'm going to come to the erase and erase the mask from them. Then I can go to the brush, and then I can say I want to remove this, I want to remove this, I want to remove this, I want to remove this. Anything, literally, I can remove anything. Maybe I want to take out this part. I can do that. And then all I just need to do is to click the word generate, and it's going to generate 2 options for me to pick from. Amazing, high quality results. Just wait for a minute or 2. There we go. So now look, it doesn't even look as if anybody was there before. This is the after. See, these are the 2 results. I think I like this result more. Look at the before, look at the after, look at the before, look at the after, look at the before. Can you see that it removed them without any trace that anybody was ever there? It's that easy. It's that easy. And I can click on save and apply. I can save one copy or create a new copy. I want to create a new copy so we can see them side by side. See, let's zoom in and see the results I'm talking about. This is no, not this. This is a different image. This is before, after. Where's the after? Oh, it's this. Okay, yeah. So this is before and this is the after. I don't know why I keep jumping. Keeps jumping. Before and after. Before and after. Can you see that? Before and after. It's that easy, guys. Let me show you more stuff. So under the AI lab, we also have glare remover if you want to remove reflection. Then we have belly slimming. All right, we have old photo restoration, we have detail enhancer. Now all these ones, they also have what they do. For the belly slimming, if you the stomach is big, when you click on generate on the belly slimming, it will automatically reduce the stomach. Then if you have for the strong glare remover, if there's reflection on glasses, you can actually recreate the eyes, remove the flare. Why this one is, if you have black and white photograph, you can actually restore it. Then why this other one, if the image is not sharp, it's not detailed, it's blurred, you can actually enhance the detail. So let me show you the old photo restoration. So look at this photo. So if I come to this, I come to the old photo restoration and I click on generate. So you can see this old photograph. It's going to recreate it in full color as if it was shot today. I hope you are getting value in the class. I hope the class is making sense. I hope the class is making sense. So please, if you have friends that have not joined, please join. You can also take a screenshot of the class that's going on and post on the group. You can also post on Instagram and tag me if you want to. Let's just see how we can, get more people, because I need to prove to Evoto that the creatives in Kenya, in Nairobi, are interested in their tools, and they can see how they can continue to do some free classes and give out some free complimentary Evoto credits. Okay, so you can see it's generating. Just going to take a while because it's trying to recreate a lot of things in the photograph. All right, see the results. Awesome. You can see it took it from this to this. Can you see how it looks so realistic in terms of it looks like the person, it looks like the outfit, it looks like the background. It doesn't look different. It doesn't look different. So that's how it works, and you can save it and also apply and save a copy. So you can see, if you zoom in, see all the texture. So if you have old photos of your grandfather, your grandmother, and you want to see how it would have looked if it was today, you can actually use this particular tool. So that's all we're going to do under the AI lab. There are more stuff under the AI lab, but just try it out and you will enjoy it. So that's why we're giving out free credit so you can try out Evoto. And if you have any question, ask on the group and I'm going to answer you. So let's go on to other things. So yeah, if you download Evoto for the first time, you can just click on this gift icon and then it will ask for your details and you get free 15 credits to use Evoto. Just put all your information. When you get to this point, how did you hear about us? Select influencers and then type encourage. And then you can go on to submit and you're going to get free 15 credits on Evoto. This is for exports. If you want to export with your watermark, click on custom, where you can now go and set your watermark. But then if you want to just export with their presets, the export, you see export JPEG large, JPEG web, TIF, as the case may be. Now the next one is export list. This is where you see all the exports that you have done and any ongoing exports. Then this is the cloud storage, cloud link, storage history that will show you if you have files that are going to cloud. Then this is the notification. If you get any notification from Evoto, you can see it here. Then this is your profile. If you click on it, you see how much Evoto credit you've used and how much is left. You see other details here. And if you want to buy Evoto credit, you can come buy now and to take you to the website. But make sure you use my promo code to get 20% off. To get 20% off. So, and then this is yeah, so after that, so the next thing I want us to do is let's go over to the editing tools. So now for this photograph, you see, you can come to the AI color adjustments. In the AI color adjustment, I don't use any other thing here. I don't use this. I don't use this. I just come straight to the AI style. Under the AI style, I'll come to color match and then go and upload a reference. You can choose a reference from any picture you already have in your computer. So I already have some reference uploaded. So I'm going to use this reference for this image. So the moment I click on it, it's going to transfer the color grade of this image and transfer it to this other image. You can see the color grade transferred. So but now the next thing is that I know that it is affecting some areas I don't want. So I'm going to first of all leave the reference view and enter the loop view. That will show me just this. Then I'll go to this my reference that I clicked on. Click on the three dots by the side, come to view details, and then I can now come to the masking section, and I will remove the mask from I'll remove the color grade from the hair so that the natural hair can come back. I can remove it from the clothes because I want the natural clothes to come back. You can look at it before, after. So now I can remove it from the background, come to background, or maybe halfway from the background. Then for the full image, I'm going to reduce the amount. So I've color graded this image from looking like this to looking like this in one click. And I can sync this with other images. I can select the next image holding control. So once both of them are selected, this yellow represents where I'm coming from. Then when I just click on sync, look at what happens. It will ask me for this. I just click on sync, come to my image, and then you see that it's going to be color graded instantly using the same rules that I use for the other image. Look at the before and after. So this person is lighter, so that's why it might not suit us so well, but I'm just trying to show you how easy it is to do this with just one click. All right, so that is for the AI color adjustment. You can use it for any image, but one thing I want you to know is that anytime you're using a reference, use a reference that looks similar to your subject so that your results will look consistent. If your reference is totally different, it's going to affect your results. So let's carry on. I hope the class is making sense. If it's making sense, please say it in the comment section. You are getting value. Just type the word value. I will know that yes, you're getting value in the class. So that's for the AI color adjustment. The next one is the color adjustment. Under the color adjustment, all these are things that you normally do with Capture One or Lightroom or Camera Raw. All these are tools. And the amazing thing is that there are some things that are in Photoshop that are here. For example, selective color, where you can click on the black and decide to add white to the black if you want, or add black to the black. You can add red to the black, or add, like, these are things that in Photoshop that you cannot do to your raw file immediately. Then apart from that, it also has camera calibration like Lightroom, where you can recalibrate the colors and their interpretations. So it's amazing. So now the beautiful thing is that all these your adjustments, you can actually also mask it. So for example, if I want to do something on only our clothes, I can come to mask this circle here, click on plus, and then yeah, I saw the value in the comment section. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. So now I can click on person mask, and then I can go to persons and then click on, do I want the entire person, or I can click on create mask and say, do I want the person's apparel, the clothing? Do I want only the top? Do I want the person's face? Do I want the person's face skin? Do I want the person's neck? Do I want the person's body skin? Do I want the person's eyebrow? Do I want the person's eyes? Do I want the person's iris? Do I want the person's lips? Do I want the person's tooth? Do I want the person's oral? Do I want the person's ear? Do I want the person's hair? As the case may be, you can mask any part. And if you don't want to use the people mask, another thing you can do is that you can use the object selection, and you can go around the image, and it will just automatically detect. So you want to select the brow, select the face, select the mouth, select the hand, select the clothes, select, like, you can literally just do all of that. And so, for example, if I select the clothes, it will just become a mask here. And if I come to brightness and I increase the brightness, it's going to affect only the clothes. So you can actually mask certain areas. And this particular section is free to use. Like, if you only do this section on your image, which is the color adjustment, you will export the images without paying for credit. Without paying for credit. So that's something you should take note of, okay? So I'm not going to spend so much time here because many of us are already used to some of these things. So we're going to leave that and go to the portrait retouching section. Under the portrait retouching section, the first thing you're going to see is the organization here. This subject organization. Now, if you have more than one subject, for example, more than one subject, you see a male and a female. That is why they have this, so that you can edit both of them independently. You can edit one. You can edit one with, you can edit one with some particular settings, edit the second person with some particular settings. So editing them independently is possible using this particular thing, which is the organization. And please note, whether male, whether female, whether child, whether anything, does not matter in itself. They are just like when you talk about grouping in lights, when you have group A, group B, group C, that's what they represent. Group A, group B, group C, that's what they represent here. Okay, so what do I mean? For example, if I have two females in the picture and I don't want them to be edited the same way, I will reassign one of them from being female to maybe something else, maybe male or child, so that I can edit the person differently. Or if I have two male in the picture, I can't, if I don't want to edit them with the same settings. All I just need to do is to come to this face and modify that selection. Like, I can change this one from elderly male to male. I can change this one from female to elderly female, and then I can click on back, and that is it. So if I come to elderly female and I do anything, that's when it will affect her. Look, if I come to this, I come like this, look at before and after. But if I go to normal female and I come to this, it will not work. Let me go back to this one, take it down. If I go to normal female and do this, it will not work. Why? Because I've reassigned her to another organization, like file organization or subject organization, I mean. So this is just to assign it so that you can edit them independently. It's not about whether they are actually male or female. They are just trying to make sure that you can edit them independently with different settings so that you can get a natural result. Because you might use maybe 100% dodge and burn on a particular image and it will look good, but it will not look good on another subject. So in order to make it easy for you to get quality results, that is why they made it possible for you to separate the subjects from each subject. So that's one thing I want you guys to know. I hope you guys are following the class. So now the next thing is that so now if you select your subject, let's assume you're editing this particular picture, all right, and it's already female. By meanwhile, note that anything that Evoto has already assigned to the particular subject you have your image is going to be selected by default. So this is female. So now under the blemish remover, because we have blemish remover, skin retouching, facial reshape, facial expression, teeth, eyes, makeup, hair, hands, and all of that. We have all these sections that we're going to use to edit this image. Please note that the moment you start using this, it's going to bring out a watermark on your picture. And once that watermark appears on your picture, you can see this watermark. Once that watermark appears on your picture, it means that you are using premium Evoto tool. So the only thing that will happen is that when you want to export, when you export, this watermark is not going to show, but it's going to show on your image, so that people will not go up screenshotting their edits and not having to pay for a photo. So it's just like more of like a security system. So the watermark is going to be showing, but the moment you export, if you have Evoto credit, it is not going to, it's not going to show. I hope you guys are following the class. So now let's go on. So I'll come to blemish remover. I'll come to face refinement. Under face refinement, you can see the freckles and acne. So I can just take it up and it will remove all the blemishes on the face. It's that easy. Just they are just sliders. You can decide to go 100% or 50%. All depends on you. Okay, all depends on you. So the same thing, you can see face shine. If the face is shiny, you want to reduce it. If there's dark circle on the eyes, if there's eye bags, you know, if there are glasses, if the person is wearing glasses and there's reflection, you can use it to remove this. The clean up the nose. You see the lips. If the lips are having a lot of wrinkles and flakes, then if you want to remove double chin under the chin, if you want to take that out, then that is it for the face. So if you scroll down, you'll see the facial wrinkles, where you can take out the forehead wrinkles, where you can take out the 11 lines, the eye wrinkle, where you can also take out the nasal wrinkle. Then you can also fix the smile line, you can fix the cheek wrinkle, and then around the mouth, under the chin. So these are things that you can do, and you can see the picture has moved from looking like this to looking like this. All right, or I can even do just this, looking like this to looking like this. You can see that's how you make it work. Okay, so yeah, so let's go on. Let's go on. So after we finish the one for the face, we can scroll down to the body refinement, where you can remove the blemishes on the body, where you can also remove if there are wrinkles on the neck, you can take it out. If the armpit is showing, you want to touch up the armpit. So I can still see some blemishes here, so I'm going to go up with the blemishes. Okay, the body blemishes. So if it doesn't take it out, of course we will go to Dodge Bond, or we can go to the sporting brush tool, and then we can just take all these things out if you want to. You can actually do that. Okay, so I just want to make you know there are ways to do all of this. All right, so we're going to okay, I think we're done with the blemishes. We're going to click on this and come to the skin retouching. Under the skin retouching, I want to do the Dodge and Bond. That's what I use. The Dodge and Bond will just retouch the face, Dodge and Bond. So I don't use the sculpt. All right, it's for contouring Dodge and Bond. I don't use it. Then the texture smoothing, I don't use it. I don't use the frequency separation. It makes the image looks fake, so I don't like it. Skin softening, I just leave all of that. Then I come to body. So body, I can just come to Dodge and Bond for the body to smoothen it out, and I can also do frequency separation for the body, because most times I'm not, you know, I'm not so concerned about how smooth that is. I can just leave it. Okay, so but when I've done all of this, what I do is that I come to this skin texture and add more texture and add more clarity, just so that the picture can have more sharpness. So after I've done that, I come to AI Unified Face Complexion. Let me show you how amazing this works. So I'm going to reset this image. So look at this image. You can see how that the face is like, there are some places are yellow, some places are red. The hand is dark. If I come to AI Unified Face Complexion, if I go up, you can see it will even out the color a bit. Then if I come to this one and do it, see, it brightens the hand to match with the face. And if I come to this, it brightens it even more and try to match it more. So we have moved from looking like this to looking like this, just with few sliders. And these are things that will take you time to be masking, but it is now made easy. And not only that, after you have done this, you can scroll down to skin tone and select a skin tone. If you don't like the skin tone, you can come and select the skin tone you want on the skin. If I choose a skin tone, everything will match to that kind of skin tone. I can reduce the intensity if it's too much. I can reduce the intensity if it's too much. All right, as the case may be. So blending skin tone is now easy. It's now easy. Blending skin tone is not easy. All right, so what else again? Let's go on. All right, I hope the class is making sense. Let's go on. Let's go on. So that is that for the skin tone. And if the skin tone is not still sitting where, you can adjust the white balance of the skin tone. If I want, oh, I feel it's too red, I can take this one down. Oh, I feel there's not enough magenta, I can add more magenta. I can actually tweak the skin tone, color grade the skin tone, unify the skin tone, and make it look very good. This section is amazing. So when you're done with that, that is the end of the skin retouching. Then the next one is the face reshape. So if, for example, somebody head is facing down, you can take it up, you can face it down, you can take it left or right, as the case may be. You can tilt it left, tilt it right, as the case may be. So if you need that, but for me, I don't use that much. Facial expression, if your client forgot to smile, you can click on 2T and then we'll give her a smile. If you want the smile to be smaller, you can bring it down to give a smaller smile. If you want the smile to be big, you can go all the way up. So, but I don't use that much. All right, it's also there. The next thing is the teeth. If the teeth is shown, you can reduce the floor. So let me show you this as an example. So look at this image. Let's zoom into the teeth. So for example, if I come to teeth floor remover, you can see if I want the shape is also affected. If I don't want the shape to be affected, I can click on this. It will not fix the edge, but I like it, so I fix the edge. Then the next thing is that I whiten the teeth. And then when I whiten the teeth like this, I bring the brightness down and I take the desaturation up. So it moves the teeth from looking like this to looking like this. But if you want the teeth to be perfect size, click on pretty teeth and then increase teeth alignment. Once you increase teeth alignment, you can make the teeth perfect size if you want that. But I like it to be natural, so I take it down and I remove pretty teeth. So that's how I use it. So that's for the teeth. You can come to eyes. Under the eyes, you can brighten the eyes, because most times when we shoot portrait, light, because of lashes, the height of our light may not get to the eyes. So I like to add more brightness to the eyes so that the eyes can be more exposed. After that, I come to the eye white and enhance the eye white. So if the red veins are going out too much, I can bring it down, but I just increase the eye white brightness. Then okay, so that's that for eyes. If you want to make eyes look symmetry, if the eyes are not looking the same size, you can actually fix that. If one eye is closing, the other eye is not, it will fix that. So that's for eyes. The next is makeup. This is another amazing part I like. Under the makeup, you can actually work on the brows, make the brows darker or make the brows lighter. You can actually make the eyelash, so not eyelash, you can make the eyeshadow become more saturated or less saturated. You can work on the eyeshadow, you can work on the lip makeup. Then you can see other things here. You see eyelashes. If you want to add to the eyelashes, you want to add to the lipstick, you want to add blush, anything you want to literally do to your image to make it look better, under the makeup section, it's there. Like it works like magic. It works like magic. All right. So you don't need to spend hours doing something that AI has made easy for you. All right. So under the hair session, so if for example I want to take out stray hair, so look at this. So you can see some stray hair. I just come to stray hair remover, take it up, and all the stray hair disappears with one click. Then if for any reason the scalp on the part line is brighter than the skin, I just come to part line and then increase it. It will darken it so that it can match with the skin. All right. Then some other things you can also do to the hair. You can change the hair color. You can even make the hair smooth. So you can see this hair. You can see all these strands. If I want it to be smooth, I just click on smooth hair. It will smoothen the hair. And if I want the hair to shine, I click on hair shine. It will shine the hair. So if you want that, you can also do that. And it will save you tons of hours to be doing all of that when you're editing. The next one is hands. So if you want to edit hands, you can see this hand. If I come to hand section, increase the dodge and burn, it will smoothen the hand. If I want to remove veins, I can increase the vein and it will remove the veins on the hand. So that's how that works. So, and then the next section is the body reshape, where you can resize the body of your subject. So I don't use this. All right. So the next, after you finish from the portrait retouching, is to go to the background. Now for the background, please note that when you're dealing with, let me reset this. Let me reset this and probably just go back and brighten this image a little bit. Brighten it a little bit. Okay, I think I like it like this. So I'll just go to the, so if you, there's background adjustments, there's background changer, and there's sky replacement. So for background adjustment, this is when you are dealing with solid background. It's only for solid background refinement. So if I click on this, all right, if there are distractions, it's going to take them out with one click. Then you can see there are some stains on the floor. I just click on clean background. It will clean everything off once with one click. One click, you can clean that off. And then you can see the color of the background and the floor, they're not the same. I can click on unify light and to make the color look the same. And then, remove banding. So all these are for solid background refinement. Not when you're dealing with subjects that has multiple color backgrounds. So for a plain background, this is to edit plain background. All right. Then not only that, you can also do background changing. This one does not require credits. You can change background to an image or a solid color. So if you come to image, you can also come to my backdrop and you have your own imported backdrop. You can change it to plain if you have plain background. You can change it to 3D if you have 3D background. And if the background is not big enough, you can come down to size and increase the size of the background to match the subject. And once you have that, you can scroll down and you see original shadow. Click on it, it will bring the original shadow from the image. But most times this particular background changer does not give me the kind of results that I like. That is why I prefer the one in the AI lab, AI fusion background. This one gives me the result I look for every time, but it's going to take one credit for every generation. So but for me, I prefer that. So that's why I don't use the background changer much. So that's for background changer. The next is sky replacement. So if you have an image that requires a sky replacement, come to sky replacement and you can put any sky of your choice into the image if you want. All right, so I think this image is overexposed. We can bring the highlights down, we can bring this down. So and then go to sky replacement, where you can change the sky to any sky of your choice. So it's that easy to do that. So the next thing is clothes. This is one amazing part I like so much. So you can see this particular portrait of me. See how the suit is rumpled. I just come to the wrinkle clothes and see before and after. Is that easy? This is something that would have taken me hours to clean up, but right now I can actually just fix the blemishes with one click. All right, so that is that, and I can do all of this. So that is it basically. I think I've touched. So the other things we have is pets. If you have pets, maybe dogs, cats, you can edit them with this because they don't have skin. So you can do all the retouching that they do on pets. Then this is for cropping if you want to crop your subject. Then this is for creative lighting. If you want to add lens blur, let me show you how that lens blur works. Lens blur is amazing. So look at okay, let's look at this image for example. You can see that we can still see this flower at the background. For what if I want to defocus it more? I just come to apply lens blur. See, this background now is going to be blurred out. You can see it look as if I used a lens with shallow depth of field. Look, the image is still intact. Look at what happened before and after. It just blurs that part. And I can increase the amount of blur if I want it to be more smooth, but this is not looking real. But I can decrease the amount of blur. So, and there are different type of blur, there. And then you can also move if it's not capturing the focus part well, you can move it. You can say, okay, focus on this side, the focus. Look, let me increase this so you can see what I'm saying. So now I've moved it. It's defocus the subject, focus on the background, focus on the subject, defocus the background. So you can actually expand, add more, make it shallow, or make it more. So you have manual control over how the blur works. And these are just different lighting that you can do on your subject. I don't like it. It's creative lighting. Then you can also do vignettes to add bright white or dark vignettes. That's for that. Then the next one is tether shooting. Just connect your camera with a cable, and when you shoot, it just shows up here. Okay, then so that's pretty much everything about Evoto. So to round up the class before we start taking question, I want to go and show you how I want to show you how to get Evoto credits, how to pay for Evoto credit and all of that. So let's quickly go there. I'm just going to move my screen and go to yep, Safari. So now if you go to evoto.ai, from evoto.ai you can sign in. When you sign in, your name will be here. You see all every of your details. So click on pricing. When you click on pricing, you see the accounts. All right, so they are running a promo right now, but apart from the promo, my discount 20% off is always on. So just click on buy now, not the free trial. Don't click on the free trial, click on buy now, and then click on add coupon, and then put encourage. And then not only that, referral, you can put a referral code. So some people don't have referral code. If you don't have a referral code, I can give you a referral code. What's the advantage of putting a referral code? You're going to get extra points that you can convert to a Voto credit. For everybody that uses referral code, if you buy 800 credit, instead of getting only 800, you're going to get something like 845 credits, extra 45 credits, sometimes extra 50 credits, depending on how generous they are. Sometimes they give extra 70 credits. So but most times it's the least I've seen people get is 45 credits. So imagine paying for credit and you get extra 45 for free just because you added a code. So if you don't have a referral code, I can give you. Now you yourself, you can also begin to refer people. If you have an Evoto subscription, go and get your code. Anybody that wants to buy Evoto subscription, give them your code and give them my promo code so that they can get discount on the price. Your own code will give them extra credit, and we also give you extra credit because you refer the person. So that's how I know people who have accumulated up to about 1,000 Evoto credits just by referring people. But note, you cannot refer people on a free account. You must be subscribed to Evoto so that you can get the referral code. All right, so any of the Evoto plan, this is the annual subscription. If you renew it every year, your credit rolls over. But if you do the pay as you go, once it is 2 years, if you don't use the credit, it will get exhausted. Now the amount of credits are only stated here, and you can use the one Evoto account on multiple devices. All right, so that is that. If you have any questions, please ask your questions before we round up the class. Thank you for your patience. Let's take questions. Let's take questions. Let's take questions. If you have any question, please ask. Or if you don't want to ask now, you can also ask on the group. So even if you don't have money to buy a photo credit, you can be using a photo credit to practice. You can edit, you can do anything on a photo credit apart from the AI lab. You can do every other thing to practice how to use a photo. And then when you have credit, you can export the images. Somebody said I should explain how to add the coupon. So just go to just go to any of the subscription you want. Click on buy now. When you click on buy now, click on add coupon. At the bottom, you see it and just type encourage, and you get 20% off. All right. So what to know that it has worked, it's going to show here encourage, and to show you the discount and the amount you are going to pay. So encourage. So if you don't see it, this is it, encourage. You see it, encourage. You can write it in capital letter, you can write it small letter, you can write it uppercase and lowercase, it doesn't matter. It's going to show. All right, so you just click on add coupon. Add coupon. Referral code is something else. That's for extra credit. Referral code. So this add coupon, this referral code that you used to get extra points, you can add both of them for one purchase. And when you add both of them, it's going to give you extra points and give you. It only takes card. If you have a Visa card, if you have if you have card. So if for example you want to pay for Evoto now, you need an ATM card. But for people that do not have ATM card, you can reach out to me. Maybe you transfer the money and I can help you get the Evoto credit. If you have a Visa or a MasterCard, you can actually use it. You cannot generate background with it. No, you cannot generate background with it. So you can only import any background you've generated. So most of my background I generate, I use ChatGPT to actually generate my background. ChatGPT. You cannot generate background with it. Yeah, with M-Pesa, you can actually generate a Visa card that you can use to pay for things online. So come on. Yeah, I didn't even know that. Thank you for answering that. So any question, guys? So I'm still in Nairobi for about a day or two, and I'm in Kilimani. So if any of you want to link up, you know, you want to show me around, if you're available, you can reach out to me on my DM, and I'm available tomorrow and next before I go back to Nigeria. So I like to see things. I like to try out new places, try out food, try out. So it's my first time in. It's my first time in Kenya, so I want to explore. Somebody saying only 13 discount. See, it's literally any of the package. You can get 20% off. 20% off on any package, not just the basic package. I'm only giving you the basic package as an example. Any of the package. Let me show you what I mean. Any of the package. Let's see. Let me go back here and let's say okay. So for this package, for example, I can put add coupon and I'll say encourage, and there you go. Apply coupon. Oh, I added something. Sorry, encourage. So now, there you go. You see, for this package, it is. So for this package, it is $40 off. So the more the package, the cheaper it gets, and the more discount you get. So that's it. Alright guys, so thank you so much for being part of this class. I want us to keep this group active. Please fill the form so you can get the free Evoto credits I'm giving to you. I'm giving 30 Evoto credits each to everyone. And then if you want to link up with me, I only have today, tomorrow and next. I don't think I want to go out this night anymore, but tomorrow I'll have more time, and next tomorrow as well I'll have more time to go out. So if you want to link up, please reach out to me. And yes, so that'll be all for tonight. And thank you guys for being part of this class. And uh, okay, somebody's asking, should I do free trial? Now the free trial locks you in. Let me even see how that free trial works. Just a moment. Let me see how the free trial works. Because they just released the free trial, but it locks you in. Let me see. You vote. Let me go to Safari and let me try the free trial and see what happens. So if you click on free trial, so it say I agree to start the 7-day free trial. Now by the end of it, just locks you in on the price and to ask you to put your card details, and you will not be able to get that my discount. You will not be able to put the referral code. You will not be able to put the coupon code, and it just locks you in. So for me, I will not advise you going through this. Instead, just straight to um, go straight to add coupon, like buy now and add coupon. So that's why I don't tell people to do this. So now two things. The moment you use encourage as your referral code, sorry, as your coupon, the thing is they will know that I'm the one bringing you in on board, and that will make them see that I am bringing more people on board. it will make them empower me to do more free classes for people. Because if they don't see that I am bringing more people on board, I won't be able to do a free class where everybody's getting free Evoto credit. I'm doing this because I have the capacity that, oh, I've done more for, for them before. I've referred hundreds of people to them that have paid for a subscription. So that's something you need to take note of. Okay, so don't do the trial, because it's just going to lock you in on that price. You will not get the extra points, you will not get, so it locks you in. Okay, which color space do you prefer to preview on OS Sports? For me, I like sRGB. I didn't know that there are more questions coming in. Sorry about that. We'll soon round up. So you just go to, for me, I just go to Evoto, go to preferences, then I come to preview and I put it on sRGB, and then I put my preview size on the largest. So that's what I do. When we have the free credit will be released by tomorrow and next. So I'm going to send a detailed report. So after this live stream, I just need to take a rest. In the morning, I'm going to send a report to Evoto team. Once I send them the report, then of course you're going to. So that's it, guys. That's it. All right, so that'll be all for today. If there are more questions, just ask on the group. And if you already signed up for the free version, now you want to pay, I don't know how that will work. I don't know how that will work because you already signed up. Maybe you can reach out to me and we'll walk through it together. So if the account is still giving you issue, you might just create a new account with a new Gmail and do it the way I've said, and I'll give you a coupon, a referral code that will give you extra points, that will give you at least 45 credits extra added to your credit that you're getting. I am certain if I give you the referral code, you're getting extra points to get extra Evoto credits. Okay, guys, so if you have more questions, please ask on the group and I would be very, very happy to answer you. Thank you so much for being part of this class, and do enjoy your